All right, guys. If you could bear with me here, I've tried to record this 3 times on my computer, and I keep having issues. So I'm gonna do it from my phone now and upload it that way. I want to first thank you for this opportunity. I really hope that I am selected to be a part of the Denovo Tribe, but at the same time, just being granted the opportunity to make this video and tell you guys why I would be a good fit is really awesome for me. I'm just going to dive into the questions here. And the first question, how do I define de novo culture and why do I identify it? De novo culture to me is about growth. It's about personal and athletic growth through teamwork, brotherhood, and family. My experience with this was Raw Nationals this year. Watching the 93 kilo class was, an absolute inspiration and adventure for me. To watch Ryan and LS and Lane, all three kind of, battle for potentially one spot on the world team. And specifically Lane and LS kind of going at it back and forth with Jacob and Ben coaching. And it did not, if you didn't know what was going on, it didn't look like a competition. It did not look like these were three separate competitors battling for placings. It looked like three teammates, which I know is what you guys are all about. But it appeared to be more of, three guys on a football team, joined together for one purpose and really going after that together. Down to cheering and firing up the crowd and always hoping that each other made each lift, never looking for somebody to miss a lift where you could kind of shoot up the standings. And, I think that sportsmanship is absolutely amazing. That's how I identify with it. I love to help others. I love seeing other people do their best. A lot of times I can honestly say that I get a lot more joy out of watching my brothers succeed than I do through any of my successes. I also got the opportunity at Raw Nationals to kind of talk with Ryan and LS on different occasions a couple of times. And whether you guys realized that meant something to me or not, it did. Just being approachable like that. I know you guys don't really consider yourselves to be celebrities at this point, but in the fitness world, to a lot of us, you kind of are. And it was great to be able to walk up to you and not feel intimidated about asking you a question or talking about things a little bit. And that was awesome. And I think that's also, part of the de novo culture, helping others and growing together. Athletically, I consider myself to be an average powerlifter. I did compete in the 83 kilo class, totaled 1252, which was a 51-pound meet PR for me over my qualifying total back in May. I've put about 250 pounds on my total in the 2 years I've been powerlifting. My first meet, I hit 1,000 right on the head, and that was in September of 2012. So I guess it's been September 2013. Yeah. Same weight class, been 181s, 183, I guess 83 kilos it is now the whole time, and go from there. I've done all this while predominantly training for bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding. I get a lot more out of it personally to me. The process, the journey, just kind of pushing myself and testing myself was and is great. I consider myself to be much more competitive in bodybuilding. I'm a pretty decent lightweight at the amateur ranks. I currently work with 3D Muscle Journey, and I'm coached by Brad Loomis, as I understand Jacob was. I've competed in the IMBF and the NGA. I'm currently 26 weeks out from the 2016 NGA Mr. Natural Philly. I haven't picked my next shows after that yet. I'm kind of going to let those come as they do, chase the physique, so to speak, not necessarily a specific date, but, when I'm happy with where I am, then that's when I'll get on stage. When I feel, I'm going to give myself the best chance to beat, my previous bests in terms of physique, that's when I'll get on stage again. I do compete in powerlifting at the same time as bodybuilding. I know a lot of people wouldn't do this. I don't, as I get, closer and closer to the stage and, the energy levels and the strength levels are really dropping. I'm interested to see This year, if I can, what kind of total I could put up at the 74s when I get down there. I think that would be a great challenge for me. If I can, keep my total, over 1220, I think get a, 400 plus Wilks while still working towards getting on stage would be awesome. Athletically, this is how I would contribute through competition and through social media. I post a lot of social media, a good amount. Just it helps me, and I know a lot of my family and my friends like to see what I'm doing, and I'd really like to further expand that and use my experiences through competition and powerlifting and bodybuilding to, spread the Denovo name and message. Intellectually, I'm still developing and learning who I am. I'm almost 30. I'm going to be 30 in about a month. But up until this point, I've just kind of focused on whatever was going on in my life and, training or work or family, and not necessarily how I feel about those things. But there was just always a goal that I was shooting for. I've been recently been listening to your guys' podcasts, and I really like, the way Ryan presents it through philosophy and through learning about things that you aren't necessarily an expert in. Not that I'm an expert in anything or that there are a lot of experts in anything, but not letting not being an expert hold you back. I even today bought the book Curious that you guys plugged, and I think it was the third podcast there. And I'm really, really looking forward to getting that and reading that, and, using different philosophies to kind of develop and find out who I am as an intellectual, and to develop how I feel, both in the fitness world and not. So I think that's how I would contribute intellectually, is actually just, being able to be molded. I'm very progressive. I'm a very quick learner, and, that's how I would contribute intellectually. How can Denovo be better long-term and short-term? Short-term, I think it's going to be just doing what you've been doing. Social media is great. Your posts on both Facebook and Instagram are really good. They're really helpful. The podcasts, though, are where it's at. Your guys' podcasts are great. I listen to a few different ones, whether it be, the Powercast or BioLane or you guys, and I feel like I get the most out of yours, not to suck up or anything, but the message is just different. You don't come off preachy or anything like that, while, really putting a lot of information out there that I think people can benefit from. In the long term, I think you guys can benefit from expansion and be a little bit better that way. That obviously is probably what this tribe is all about, growing the fold of people and individuals that are associated with Denovo. I believe that this would help you guys to, hopefully sponsor some more powerlifting meets or bodybuilding shows. Even do some seminars or some supplement demos, and, get the name out to all corners of the country, and really spread the message that way. Product questions. What is my favorite Denovo product? My favorite Denovo product would probably be Utopian. I've used a lot of pre-workouts over my lifting history. I stopped about 7 months ago and would just, if I needed caffeine, take caffeine. But I work in a bank, pretty, sedentary and sitting at a desk all day long. It's not physically taxing, obviously, but mentally a lot of days it can be. And Utopian really gives me that extra focus and concentration that I need after a long day when I get to the gym. And, since I've been using it, I just have found that if my head really isn't in it, by the time, I get there, it is. And I really like that. So like I said, I've used Utopian, and I have used the Max MPS Whey, White Cake, definitely White Cake for life. That stuff is awesome. Products that I feel you're missing from your line and why. I can't really say you're missing anything because I'm not really sure what the intention was. If the intention is to grow the supplement line into like a full supplement line, similar to an Optimum Nutrition or something like that, I would definitely say, BCAAs, maybe fish oil or creatine. For me, why? It's because these are basic. You're not getting into anything as basic as a supplement could be. You're not getting into anything that would have the potential to do any harm or really just like a snake oil per se. Like these three are all, pretty well trusted, proven supplements that I think could help grow, the Denovo name. 5, the element that I relate to most would have to be confident. When I was younger, I would say that I was confident, but I think this was more arrogance to cover up insecurities. I don't know if I could ever say I was depressed. Maybe a little bit of depression in there, but it stems from abusing alcohol and recreational drugs out of a need to feel better about myself and my place in life. Actually, this past October, a couple weeks ago, I celebrated 3 years of sobriety, and through both recovery and fitness, I have really found a new confidence and a new sense of security in who I am. The type of confident that I am now, though, is I don't have to tell you that I'm the best at something or that I'm good at something. There are a lot of things that I'm really, really good at and better than most people at, but I don't need to name those or tell you that. You're going to feel that way from the way I carry myself and I present myself and the way that I lead others. It's not an in-your-face confidence. It is just, a quiet, go about my business, confident, and get the job done. That's really it, guys. I hope I answered these questions well enough. Whether I'm picked or not, I hope that, some of the things that I said had an effect on you in a positive way. And again, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and hopefully I will become a part of the Denovo Tribe. Thanks, guys.